Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. In today's video, I'm going to share 15 different projects you can create using your April 2020 paper pumpkin kit called My Wonderful Family. We will actually stamp a couple cards in this video. I'm going to show you my projects, and then at the end of the video you're going to get to see what a full paper pumpkin kit looks like as I do the unboxing after I clear off my table. Now here's the instructions for the My Wonderful Family paper pumpkin kit. The instructions show you that the kit comes with enough supplies to make 8 full-size cards. See, there's 4 of this style and 4 of this style. And there's also matching envelopes. The first thing I like to do is look on the back of the instructions at the coordinating colors, and I'll show you that during the unboxing, but I need to say that because then you're going to understand some of the design decisions I made along the way. So when you look at the back, it'll talk about the coordinating colors. They are crushed curry, early espresso, melon mambo, mint macaron, pear pizzazz, shaded spruce, and soft seafoam. Therefore, that's what I'd used, a lot of those kinds of colors for my different card bases and things. Although I'm going to show you 15 unique projects, I just want to mention that I actually created over 40 projects in the making of this video, but some of those are not unique, so I will show you repeats of the same projects several different times. So let's just start out with the projects, what I would call the closest to what the kit called for. This is the first time I've ever taken a kit and just made most of the cards as is, with just very little change, because I like the way that they are. And so when you look at this, I saw the stamp and I said, how do I make that tree with such a small stamp? So here's, oops, wrong stamp. Here's a stamping block D, and here is the stamp that came in the kit. So I mounted that onto the stamping block D at a little angle, and of course you have a different stamping block that came with your paper pumpkin kit probably. You get the free gift when you first sign up for Paper Pumpkin, they give you a stamping block. So I looked at that and I was like, well, this tree's bigger, so you just need to stamp it, and so to make this card you stamp it twice. And I'm going to be showing you that in just a minute, and I'm going to be showing you the actual half tree. So if you stamp it once, you'll get a half tree or a small tree, and if you stamp it twice, you get the big tree. And what I really liked is the stamp lined up. These little dots were already on the kit, and the little stamp lined up, so it stamps perfectly in alignment as long as you keep those little dots in the middle of the flowers. Like, in other words, the cards came printed with the orange dots already on them, or the crushed curry dots. The other trick was to figure out how the card opens. So I did a couple of different ways, and this is going to be the same project. All 3 of these I'm considering the same project, but I just tried different experiments with how to open them up. So for this one, I just put the crushed curry down here, and again, looking at the instructions, I just did it a little bit differently, but I put the crushed curry down here, piece of crushed curry in the band, and I put the sentiment right there, and I didn't have to do any trickery. I just lift, the card opens up like this. And I do like the fancy folds on the cards. That was really nice. Okay, so there's a little shaded spruce flap. But then I think they were calling for, when I looked at it, I said maybe the tree was supposed to tuck in underneath the sentiment. So then I tried it again, and I tried the tuck, well, this one I did the same way, sorry. That one I put the crushed curry on top, and then again, it just opened. And then I tried tucking in the tree. So here's me tucking in the tree. And let's see how, I put the sentiment on dimensionals, and then I tucked in the tree so that it tucks into the sentiment. And I like the way that works the best. And you're wondering, where did she get her copper tree? Well, if you're a ScanNCut user, I multiplied the trees. I showed that in a separate tutorial, which I may be able to get into a little more detail on that later. But these are the trees that came with the kit, these trees here. So if you want to multiply your trees and make loads more embellishments like a copper tree, then definitely check out that tutorial, which will be linked in the description. Okay, so, but other than that, it's the same exact design. Okay, so 3 of those. And then what I did is I like to, and you're going to figure this out as you get to know me and if my channel, if you're new here, I don't care what I use. I don't care if it's retired, current, I don't care if it's from another kit. I am not one of those people that has to use everything that's in the paper pumpkin kit, because this is what came in the paper pumpkin kit, these soft seafoam. I think that sentiment's hard to read. Even though I took a darker color of shaded spruce and I stamped onto there, I still find that hard to read. I'm even putting on 2 pairs of glasses to really read that. Okay, I don't have the best vision. I thought this looked a lot easier to read. So I'm going to use what I have, and what I have are these copper elements. I have loads of these left over from another kit. The kit is called 3 Cheers for You card kit. It's a Stampin' Up! Card kit. It is current, although it's on back order. I'm not sure if it's still going to be available, but definitely check out that, because look how much easier they are to read when you put them on a white, element, and the elements are already foiled for me. Okay, so I'm using lots of different things, and you'll see how I use several different card kits throughout these projects. Okay, so that was project number 1, even though I made 3 cards in that style. Project number 2 is just the style that comes in the kit, and I'm going to show you that. So the style that comes in the kit, this is just right from the instructions. I didn't do anything different. I used this leaf that's embossed, and I put that on this background, and that's it. And I put the leaves on it. I put the butterfly on it. I just changed it to Happy Birthday. I put a piece of the Melon Mambo ribbon and 3 of the little pearls that came in the kit. Matching envelope, beautiful. And here it's called a Z-fold card, so that's how it folds. So that's what I wanted to show you, because I have some Paper Pumpkin subscribers that may just be getting their kits now, and you might be wondering, well, how do I get this fold? Because the kit comes like this, and I saved one just to make one with you, with my crafty friends. So you get this card like this in the kit, and you open it up and you're like, and that's what was me. I was like, okay. And then just to get to this point, I was like, this is really strange. And it took me a little bit of playing around. So you have to do this. You got to watch this. So you get this folded like this, and you're going to have to completely flip it around like this. Flip it around again, like that. Okay, and then you get your little, I always get a spatula or something, bone folder, spatula. You can use your scanning, here, I'll just use my ScanNCut spatula. Sorry for shaking my camera. Okay, and then that's what I did. I flipped it around, and then I flipped it back. Okay, so that's what I definitely wanted to show you. I saved a card just to show you, because I said, I know others are going to be confused if I was confused. And then you get your Z-fold card. So let's just make something similar to this, and then I can just use a different sentiment that I already have stamped. This is the sentiment, and I thought, sometimes I covered it up, and I'll show you cards where I didn't cover it up. It's a beautiful sentiment. So what I did first is I stamped a few little leaves on there using shaded spruce, and the little leaf stamp comes in the kit. And but right now I don't want to do that part, because I don't want to do the stamping part for this. I just wanted to show you how the card is put together. So what you need to do is you need to put adhesive right on this part. Don't put adhesive on this part, because you won't get it to be like in the right spot. Okay, so I just use, just use rolling adhesive, snail, whatever kind of adhesive you want. I'm not even showing you the adhesive in this. I'm just only showing you, just because I don't want to move everything. But this is what I'm saying. So put some rolling adhesive on this half of the card. Okay, and then you want to center it like that. That's what I just wanted to show you. So giving the same amount of space on this side, and this side. Okay, so now make sure if you got any adhesive on this part, that you just do this to roll it off. If you have snail or just rolling adhesive, you get it off that way. Okay, so that's how that's put together. Now, I guess now I can mention about my ScanNCut. So I did make, these are the leaves that I put through my sticker machine. The leaves that came in the kit. These are the exact leaves that came in the kit. I'm just going to focus that so you can see. See that? So those are the exact leaves. They come embossed like that in the kit. So what I do is I put them through a sticker machine that I have. I'll link to my sticker machine or similar. And then I just put it onto the card like that. And that's the way the instructions look too. See, they cover up that cool sentiment. Oh, there's my ribbon. Well, good. I need the ribbon. I put a little sticky on it already. So, oh, that's the back. Sorry, this is the front. So then you put the little piece of ribbon, the Melon Mambo ribbon. I'm sorry, Mango Melody. No, Melon Mambo. There's an M. Stick it on there. I already put some adhesive on it. Use glue or rolling adhesive. You can use glue dots that came in the kit as well. See this? I put the adhesive on ahead of time so it wouldn't curl up on the end, but it did. I always like to cut it at an angle. Use your paper snips for cutting ribbon. Don't try to use other scissors that are pretty dull, because ribbon is hard to cut. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and then you're going to put your sentiment on it. I've already stamped the sentiments. So, I mean, use whatever you want. You can put family, where life begins and love never ends. Sorry, but that's not going to contrast well. Again, I think that's hard to read, soft seafoam. So you put some of these other they give you other colors. I mean, they give you white ones. But again, I prefer my little copper ones from another kit. But you can just do whatever you want, whatever materials you have. Okay, so I just like that little piece of Mango Melody. And then they put the little, you put your little butterfly sticker, which I'm out of butterfly stickers. And then you put your 3 little pearls, which I'm out of pearls, because I did the whole kit. That was the point of this video, is I made all these projects. But you know, this is just how to put the card together. So now you know. All right, let's move on and show you more projects. Oops, there's Mother's Day. You saw the Mother's Day. You saw that. Now I'm going to show you another Z-fold card. So this is an alternate idea. Again, I'm just using the same stamp. I'll always be here for you. You're not going to see any sentiments in this entire video that are not from this paper pumpkin kit. Okay, so all my sentiments are from this paper pumpkin kit. So I'll always be here for you is a really good one for right now. Giving your friends support for what's going on in the world. Okay, so but I did use other materials. I used my copper foil again, and I used this butterfly duet punch. My husband actually punched all these butterflies out of my scraps for me when I used the ScanNCut. So I wanted to just mention that because you're going to be seeing different leaves, and you're going to be embossed in different ways. So like, for example, this one, I did cut extra leaves out of the ScanNCut using shaded spruce because only 6 of these leaves came in the kit. So I made loads and loads of extra cards by cutting out extra leaves. But that's why you'll see these. This is embossed in a Stone 3D embossing folder. I didn't pull out the embossing folders, but I did show them in my last video. And then here is the Z-fold card again. And pretty cool. And there's the little copper foiling from the 3 Cheers for You kit. And I stamped it in shaded spruce. Let's see, Purple Posy and Mint Macaron are the colors that I stamped it in, and added some little pearls. Okay, so that's another project. Now, I want to show you these. I talked about these sentiments, how I didn't always want to cover them up. So here's one more project. I made 2 of this project. All this project is very simple. You just take your own card bases. So in this case, Purple Posy. This is a Purple Posy card base, and this is a soft seafoam card base. Why? Because those are coordinating colors from the kit. And I just took this same sentiment that was from the kit, because remember, we got 4 of those. And for 2 of those, I decided to take the little birds and just stick them on, little butterflies, stick them on, stamp some leaves, add some pearls, done. Instant cards. These are what I call my 5-minute cards. Very, very simple to create. And that way your sentiment's not covered up. Now for this one, I used Early Espresso as the background. And for this one, I used Garden Lane Designer Series paper as the background. Why? Because Garden Lane has Purple Posy as one of the colors, Mint Macaron, and it also had some Mossy Meadow and some other colors. But it all just coordinated very well with this paper pumpkin kit. So that's why I used the Garden Lane Designer Series paper. All right, so enough of those cards. So that's another project. Now I'm going to call this project here. This is all one project, and I made 5 cards using this design. I'm going to call this my sister cards. These are my sister cards. So for these cards, I used my multiplied. When I say my multiplied branches, these are the extra branches. So the branches that come in the kit, you only get 6 of them. And so at this point, I just must show you my stencil. So this is a stencil that I created for this. I just used the stencil that came in the paper pumpkin kit. And I put it in and made extras with the ScanNCut. So that's what I wanted to mention. So when you see this, you're like, that doesn't look just like my tree. Maybe that's why. But it's still, you can make this exact design with your paper pumpkin kit, even if you don't multiply your trees like I did. So let's just talk about these different designs. Okay, so as you can see, I cut out trees in Early Espresso, and then I embossed them. Maybe you can't see that. That's using basket weave or coastal weave embossing folder. This one's using Stone 3D embossing folder. This one's using hammered metal embossing folder. This is my extra tree using no embossing folder, but an extra tree in copper. And this is another extra tree in copper. So how are these 5 cards different from each other? And I'm calling them just the same project. Is that they just have different elements. This one, Early Espresso, stamped in Early Espresso and shaded spruce, and Purple Posy in the background. And I put this on a Early Espresso card base. And I tried to make a lot of these standing up because I think they look better when they stand up like that kind of card. And then this one is a little bit different. Same colors for stamping, but I put it on a soft seafoam card base, and it opens up in the front. This one is a Pear Pizzazz card base, same exact card design. And you know, I have 3 sisters, a few sister-in-laws. I mean, this is going to be a very useful card. Lots of friends I call sisters. Stamping sisters, like my team we call, you know, my team's not called Stamping Sisters. I'm saying people who stamp with me are my stamping sisters. Like they're my friends are like my sisters. So I have lots of people I can give sister cards to. My team, by the way, is called the Papered Chefs, plural, because I'm the Papered Chef. All right, so let's see. This one is a little different because it's Pear Pizzazz in the background. Let's see. Pear Pizzazz stamping the tree again. Crushed curry, little butterflies. I put some little butterflies in this one and crushed curry. And I didn't want to add them later because I'd already mounted this all together. And I discovered this other stamp inside the kit. This is, again, the stamps are all from the kit. There's a little butterfly in there. And I said, I want to put this on my card. But you don't put it on later. Like once you make a card and it's already done, you can add to it by adding extra butterflies and extra things that are punched out and stickers, but don't try to stamp on a card that's already mounted because you were bound to make some kind of mistake. And then this one's a little different because it's crushed curry as a crushed curry base. But the stamping on all these is the same. That's why I just called it all one project. All right, so that's another. So now I'm going to get into the note cards and we'll do a little stamping. So this is one of my note cards. This is a note card in Very Vanilla, and it differs from my other note cards, and then I'll show you my other note cards. So this one, I stamped it in Very Vanilla. I had a Very Vanilla gradient background, and this is just from, I don't remember actually the name of the kit, but I use a lot of kits. This is a retired kit, but the color's not retired. This is Mint Macron, an ombre or a gradient background. And what I did is I stamped it in Early Espresso, Shaded Spruce, and Early Espresso up there. And then I used copper elements. I took these copper elements from here, and this is one of the things I have going on right now in YouTube. One of the many projects, I have so many projects going on. One of the projects I have going on in YouTube is a card kit series. So if you like card kits like this paper pumpkin kit, be sure to check out my card kit series. I'm on part 3 of 7. I've already finished part 3 of 7. I'm working on part 4 of 7. And the last time I did a card kit, it was on the Looking Up card kit. I'm now taking every scrap I have, every little scrap, there's no more stickers left, and I'm putting them on other cards. Okay, so I like to use parts of other kits. So this little piece is from the Looking Up card kit. Then I punched stickers out. These are stickers. This is sticker material. I punched butterflies out with my extra sticker material. So that's how I got these copper foil stickers. And I also used some copper foil cardstock on my other trees that you saw. So I think, my opinion is copper goes really well with this kit and this whole design. All right, now let's talk about note cards. I'm calling this all one design, even though there's probably like, 15 cards here I'm about to show you. So these are just all one design because I'm trying out different colors and things. So I have the tree, Early Espresso, Shaded Spruce, Pear Pizzazz notes, and then some crushed curry butterflies. There's another tree. I used some little, what are they called? I forget, adhesive sequins. That was from my cousin. Okay, and then now I have a sister card. And this one I kind of jazzed up, but I just ran out of pearls. I'd put pearls on all my trees. And then I put the Melon Mambo ribbon that came in the kit. I added extra pearls, 6 little pearls. The pearls came in Mint Macron and crushed curry. I added a butterfly. I stamped this in Mint Macron, this little leaf. I stamped Sister from the kit in Shaded Spruce. And the bottom, I'll always be here for you, in Shaded Spruce. Now this is really, really thick cardstock. I really like these cards. So what we're going to use to stamp onto is this. It's called the Memories and More cards and envelopes, okay? So I'm going to take one out. And so I'm going to show you then, you're going to get to see like the basic part of the stamping I did for these cards, and then I'm going to show you 9 different colors that you can use. So inside here, a very thick Whisper White. It's not the Whisper White I normally use. You get 10 cards and envelopes. Wait, no, 30. It says 30, quantity 30. 30. I'm not sure if that means you get 30. I don't know. But it's going to be, I'll put the description, and it'll all be on my website. My store will tell you. It says 30 quantity. I think that means you get 15 big cards and 15 small cards. So you get lots of big cards. I'm always using these to make my cards. One of my card making hacks is that I use a lot of these card kits, and this is already scored for me, note cards and envelopes. So it's called Memories and More Note Cards and Envelopes. So we have the card, And so I'm going to show you how to make this card here. Not the whole card, because I don't have any more embellishments left. I don't have any more stickers. We'll just get to something to look at here. Here, and you can look at my website here while I'm getting my act together. Here's my website. All right, and on my website you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, which I'll talk about later. You get to see what a kit looks like. You won't be getting this kit, but you'll be getting next month's kit. So fun thing to do is take your little note card envelope and put a little leaf on it or something that coordinates with the kit. And what I just want to show you is this tree. This tree is just amazing. And I just want to show you how I would stamp the tree and then I want to show you what it looks like stamped in different colors. So let's take the pear pizzazz, because that's what I mostly stamp the tree in. Okay, and to open up our ink pads, this is our new style ink pad. New meaning probably a couple years already. You just sort of pull it and flip it around. Okay, and now you have your ink, and we're gonna stamp it. I need something to off stamp it, so let's need a piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna take a piece of paper and I'm just gonna check it. Okay, so you could do it two ways. We're gonna off stamp it, meaning I'm gonna stamp it off onto this paper just to see. Okay, that's good. Just to make sure I have full coverage before I do my stamping. Okay, good. So as long as I have full coverage, then I can actually stamp. Don't stamp your note card till you're ready, till you've checked that you have full coverage. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to stamp my note card. Here's my score line. I want it to be sort of in the center. Here, let's just do that. That's my half of the card. This is the half of the card we need to stamp. So we tap, tap, tap onto our ink, and we're going to press onto the card for about 3 seconds, leaving enough room for the tree trunk and sort of centering this onto the note card. Now on my note cards, I stamped them all just once. I didn't stamp them more than once. I just stamped them once. And whenever I messed up, I took like one of my stamping markers. Not messed up, but if it wasn't a full stamp, I would take a stamping marker and I would just sort of color that in. Like that, in that case, pear pizzazz. But it doesn't matter because you could put a sticker over it if you mess it up. Or an extra little bird or something. All right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take, now, but for those, I just did full stamping. For all the cards I'm going to show you, I stamped straight on. But if you want to make it lighter, then what you want to do is this. You stamp off. So you go like this. If you want a tree to be lighter, you stamp onto it, and then you stamp onto it again and make the tree much lighter. So it's called stamping off. Stamp off onto a mat, and then stamp your tree onto the paper. And that's how I made this card for my mom, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But that's how I made this card. Is I made it by stamping off, because that's why it's a lighter pear pizzazz, because I did that technique. All right, so then I'm just showing you how I got this tree. So just don't want to leave the mystery out. Then I took the color called Soft Suede. This is an older style ink pad. Okay, I took Soft Suede and I mounted the trunk. The other block was D, so this is B. I'm tapping. Make sure you have good coverage. This is not a really dark soft suede, but because I don't have a lot of ink, I guess I need some more re-inkers or some more ink. And then I'm stamping down onto the card, and sorry about the glare there. I think that's my overhead light. I'm not sure if that's glare or my overhead light. There we go. I pushed that out so you don't get that big glare. Okay, you see how I held it for a few seconds, and that let the ink absorb into the thick Whisper White cardstock. And then I'll always be here for you. That's a sentiment. And if I'm using pear pizzazz for the tree, then I wouldn't use pear pizzazz for the sentiment. It's better to use shaded spruce because, like I was saying earlier, it's very hard for me to read these sentiments when they're stamped in such a light color. Now pear pizzazz came in the kit. As you're going to see later when I show you the stamping spot, pear pizzazz came in the kit. But that doesn't mean you can't use your other colors in your collection to stamp with. And again, I like to just stamp onto my paper to make sure, to make sure I'm even, like I wasn't even, and then to make sure that the ink is absorbing right. And I probably shouldn't have put a card underneath that one to make sure it's even. Okay, so that's all I did for my cards. Now I'm going to show you 9 colors you can create, 9 colors you can stamp your trees with. And I messed up this one, and I messed up one while I was stamping the 9 cards from my Memories and More note cards. I'm going to start with the light to dark colors and show you how different these trees look when you just change the color of ink. And so for all of these, I used that soft suede. I used soft suede, and then I used all the colors of ink I'm showing you. So this is soft seafoam, and then the sentiments in soft suede. This is mint macron. Okay, so now you can see the colors of green are getting darker. So use whatever greens you have, but they just look so different depending on the color you choose. These are all current colors of Stampin' Up! Greens. These are all 9 colors I'm showing you are different shades of green that we have currently. Purple Posy, that's the one we just used. Let's compare that to the one I just did. See, the one I just did was, I just hadn't inked up my, once you ink up your stamp pad and you let the ink absorb in there, so like you sit it onto your stamp pad for a few seconds, it'll come out really even and really nice. Like I said, I only messed up one the whole time I was doing this. And then Granny Apple Green. And if you mess it up, you just take a little marker, and you take your stamping markers or your blender pen, and you just fix any little holes. And you can cover them with birds and stickers. And I have other stickers I'm going to use too to cover it. Old Olive. I'm just trying to show you like light to darker colors. Mossy Meadow. Call Me Clover. I really like experimenting, and with a little bit of extra time on my hands, I'm even thinking of using some retired colors like Lemon Lime Twist and seeing what that looks like. Garden Green and Shaded Spruce. Okay, so that's what you can do with the technique I just showed you. All right, so those are 9 cards I made. Now, my labels, I made sure these weren't very sticky so they don't mess up my cards, and I'm going to be pulling these off. I just wanted to make sure. Originally, I had planned on showing you all of the colors using the ink pads, but then I remembered I had all these labels that I made because that's one of my courses. If you want to learn how to make your own labels too, I do teach how to make these labels. All right, so where were we done here? I think we were done. The pearls, you saw all the note cards. I made like 15 of those, and I'm not sure if I showed them all to you, but it doesn't really matter. All right, let's get into some other items, some sort of different kinds of items. And oh, I told you I'd show you my mom's easel card too. Okay, we'll do the easel card, then I'll show you these bookmarks. So the easel card is this. So an easel card is very easy fold. It's a very easy fold. It's really just like a tall fold card, but then you score it one more time, see? So that's an easel card. But you have to make when you make an easel card, you want it to stand up. So you need to push little doodads, right? You could have used the pearls, but I was out of pearls. I didn't have any more pearls. You could put pearls there to help your card stand up. But in this case, I had these really cool gems. One of my team members was putting these on cards, and I said, "Where did you get those?" And she's like, "Stampin' Up! Has them." Sometimes you don't even notice things until someone else uses them and shows you a picture of something. But these are pretty cool. These are called designer elements, and they're pretty big too. And they're flat, but they're heavy metal. So anyway, they come in gold and copper, and these are the gold ones. And then I punched out gold butterflies to go with this theme, and I used some gold sequins from another kit it's called Seriously the Best Kit. And then I did an early espresso tree, shaded spruce here, crushed cherry butterfly from the kit. You know how I stamped that. You just stamp the tree twice to get that effect. And there's the 2 little bird stickers, 3 pearls, this little sentiment, piece of crushed cherry. That's it. Simple card. I'm going to send it to my mom folded like that. And then she can have a little work of art there. Stand it up, a little work of art. All right, so next, and that's not even a Mother's Day card. I've done other things for Mother's Day. This is just a little easel card. Now, tags. Call them tags, call them bookmarks. Everyone calls them something different. I pretty much use these as bookmarks, or just to give people. I'm kind of just give these people like encouraging, some encouragement, that's all. Or just, little thank yous, or little, healthcare workers, or like somebody that's going through a hard time. Always be here for you. Somebody you're trying to support, right? That's what this is for. You could also use it as a tag and just put it on a cute little gift bag, like the gift bags that came in in the Gift of Fall paper pumpkin kit. A lot of you have those paper gift bags, so you can just put those in there. I'm holding them up like this because of the copper foiling, and it has a big glare when I lay them down flat. Okay, so that's all this is. Early espresso, 2 inches wide. Simple. Punch it with this punch here, called the Delightful Tag Topper Punch. That's it. Punch it, 2 inches wide. Then you have a 1.75 inch strip of this paper called Garden Lane Designer Series paper with some of those coordinating colors in it. Here's some of these embossed extra leaves I cut out. And this is the sentiment from the kit. Stamped in Shaded Spruce and Early Espresso. Extra little pearls. I try to put 3 pearls on everything, but then I ran out of pearls and this one only got 1 pearl. I didn't have any more butterfly stickers, but this one got the little copper butterfly. And I put it up on dimensionals. And this little punches I used were, I love using punches with my projects, but you can also use a pair of scissors to get that effect. But I used the triple banner punch, or banner triple banner. Oh well, I forget exactly how it's listed, but I think it's called banner triple punch. It's triple because you can put, you can go 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches wide. It helps you make those little cuts perfectly, is what that does. And then I also used what's called the tailored tag punch. Punches are a great way of using up your scraps and helping you extend your sentiments. Now this little sentiment came in the kit, this little piece, the white part, which you'll see in the unboxing. But I'm just talking about the background of these tags. All right, let's see what else I have for you. I know I have a couple more 3D projects, but I want to get back into some other cards I made because this kit is really all about cards. I mean, the kit came with enough to make supplies to make 8 full-size cards, and you can see how just by extending my materials, I can extend the number of cards I make with the same kit. Of course, you're only limited by the number of embellishments you have. That's it. But you can cut out more embellishments or get more embellishments in our refills. Only Paper Pumpkin subscribers can get refills. Now, this is when I took the kit, and I just, let's see, I was using the envelope from the kit, but I ran out of the card bases from the kit, and I just used my own card bases, soft seafoam, and that's the copper tree. And that's kind of like the card I showed you earlier. And then I started using card kits. I started using card kits. This time I used a different stamp set from, it's called Ornate Thanks. This is the same project, by the way. This is a project where I did the same kind of technique. I took the Seriously the Best card kit. It's called Seriously the Best. It's part of my card kit series. I haven't made it to that kit yet, but I had a couple kits that I've already gone through or that are already open. They come with that kit comes with card bases. It comes with gold lined envelopes. It comes with Baker's twine, that's Daffodil Delight. It comes with these pieces of vellum, and it came a stamp set which is coordinating. Okay, and it came with, I think it came with these sequins too, and the little floral sequins. I added my own little cord. I added these leaves from the Paper Pumpkin kit. Okay, this little butterflies from the Paper Pumpkin kit. So that's how I'm saying that these are they're not really Paper Pumpkin projects, right? These are really projects from the Seriously the Best card kit. But what I'm telling you is I ran out of the things that came in the Seriously the Best card kit, which were a bunch of leaves and things. So then you can take your own, you could take these from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and they already have this great little, like this one came right out of the kit with this great little embossing on them. And if you make extras, you can emboss them yourself with embossing folders. But that's what I really like, extending the life of my Paper Pumpkin kits by taking other stamp sets, Ornate Thanks, Seriously the Best stamp set for this bottom part. These are pretty peacock color, and just extending them and trying something totally different. So no, it's not really a Paper Pumpkin project except for the leaves and the butterfly, okay? But it is in that the color's coordinated, and I'm using elements from the Paper Pumpkin kit, which I would not have had as of last week. I wouldn't have had those elements. Okay, and now this is just kind of the same concept, but Hello Friend comes right out of the Seriously the Best card kit. Seriously the Best project kit, I mean. These are balmy blue backgrounds, shaded spruce leaves. The vellum came from the kit. I used terracotta tile for the stamping of the Hello Friend. And this is the last card, and then I'm going to show you my 2 boxes. This card, I took, let me get rid of this kit. So this was one kit. This is called Seriously the Best. Now this kit is called 3 Cheers for You project kit. That's the one that's on back order. I took the leaves I cut out, not leaves, trees I cut out with the ScanNCut right here, and I layered them up, and I put those on the Seriously the Best card. Not Seriously the Best, 3 Cheers for You. I'll have all this in the description, so please check out my description, because it's just, my husband just came in the room, was like trying to get me to stop recording my video because he needs me, and I'm like kind of distracted. Sorry about that, but I have to go on and show you the rest of the other kit, show you the unboxing kit later. Okay, so now I will show you a pizza box, and I'll show you the box I made from a card. All right, so last two projects, unless I forgot some, because there's cards like all over my table, and then we'll get into the unboxing after I clear off this hot mess. All right, here we go. I'll always be here for you. This is a sentiment right from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. Again, all the sentiments are, but you can add your own sentiments if you don't like the sentiments in the kit. I'm using a piece of linen thread that I got out of a different kit. I don't remember which kit now. I have so many kits. I have every kit now. I've actually sprung for it and bought every kit there was because I use pieces of each one. This is a piece of the ribbon that came from the kit. That's a piece of the envelope I punched out. The leaf right from the kit, the butterfly. So the front of this box is directly 100%, except for the shaded spruce ink, from the kit. 100% the outside of the box. You can do this right now with our mini pizza boxes. You can buy mini pizza boxes from Stampin' Up, throw your stickers on them. Instant elegance, because the boxes come food safe and everything. But you want to add to it. I added extra things. I put a tree inside the box, more stickers from the kit. I put a leaf inside the bottom of the box. Okay, so there's so much. This is what I mean by food safe. You see the glossiness. And then I got candy on clearance. After Easter was over, I got 50% off candy. So I sprung for lots of bags of candy, and I'm actually doing a care package right now for a healthcare worker to give to her and her colleagues. One of my husband's really good friends is a nurse, and so he just gave me another address. Here I go again, but I love it. We got to thank those people for what they're doing. And I'm going to be stuffing them silly with some candy. All right, so here's my last project. Whew! Sorry for taking so long, guys. Here we're going to unbox it. We're going to unwrap it. So linen thread, the leaf right from the kit. Same thing. In fact, same thing, except, and if you know me from my other previous videos, from my card kit videos, I taught you how to do this in my card making series. I've taught several times on my channel. All I did was take the box, not the box, the card, and made a box out of the card. That's all I did for this. I made the box. I took a card right from the kit. Not kidding. Didn't do anything special. I took the card. I didn't do anything except chop the front of this card over. In this case, it was the back of the card. That's it. I took this card from the kit and I turned it into a box. Very, very simple to do. I'm not showing that in this video, but that's just a card turned into a box. Well, I didn't use the back of the card because it was already scored for me and it was white, so I used the early espresso. And then I covered these little chocolates in the envelope liners. Okay, that's the envelope liner. I covered the little Hershey Nuggets, and I covered Hershey miniatures using Garden Lane Designer Series paper. So that I would call my favorite little project. That's my favorite little project. So I hope you enjoyed these projects. Next, check out the unboxing and you'll find out how you can subscribe if you're in the US. That's all for this part. Now that you've seen the projects you can create with one Paper Pumpkin Kit, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the kit for you so you can see what comes in a typical kit. Mind you, if you become one of my subscribers, which you can do on my website, paperchef.stampinup.net, there's a link to be a subscriber. When you become a subscriber, you're not going to get the April kit, because to get the April kit, you needed to subscribe by April 10th. You're going to be getting the May kit. So what do we know about the May kit? Well, I'm trying to open the April kit. We know something. They give us some hints, but we can't. It's a surprise for all of us, including me. I never know what I'm going to get in any kit until I open it. It comes in the mail. Okay, so this one is My Wonderful Family. I'm opening that now. But in May, it's called a kit in color, and it's going to feature 4 of our 5 new in colors. So every time there's a new catalog, our catalog's coming out in June, there are 5 new colors that are released in our catalogs. I had to turn the box upside down because my address is on there. All right, here we go. Whew, got that open. So 5 new colors are coming out, and you, in the next kit, so not April, you can't get April. I'm going to get asked it anyway. I know it. Just look at the comments. Someone's going to say, can I get this kit? I love it. You can't get this kit necessarily. There are ways to get this kit. Like, in other words, like if you're a subscriber and you subscribe by May 10th, you're going to get the May kit. It's called a kit in color. It's going to feature 5 new colors, 4 of our 5 new colors, and then it's going to include Purple Posy. So 4 new colors. One of the new colors is going to be in the Stampin' spot. However, once you become a subscriber, let's open this up while I'm talking. Once you become a subscriber, you are going to be able to order refills from past kits. So here's the little ribbon we used. Okay. And the projects, and let me show you the stamp set. So anyway, only subscribers can get refills. But I mean, you're not necessarily going to get the refill because sometimes they're only available for one day. But only subscribers are allowed to order the refills, I should say. All right, so here's what I was saying. Just add in color. Okay, so it's saying April 24th is going to be our color reveal on our, so at paperpumpkin.com you're going to find out what colors this kit is made up of. Right now they're giving us a black and white hint. This is going to be, they're just saying you don't know what colors are going to be in the kit. So when you subscribe between April 11th and May 10th to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, so you get a crafty surprise each month, you are going to get the kit in color. Yay! I can't wait to see what that's about. So here's the stamp set. You got to see the sentiments and how I use the sentiments in our projects, but this is what a brand new stamp set looks like. Every time you get a Paper Pumpkin kit, no matter what, sorry for the glare, you get a stamp set. You always get a stamp set. This is a 4x6, a typical stamp set. Then you always get a stamping spot. And then the first time you subscribe, you also, and this one's Purple Posy, as you know, but I use my large ones. I used my large stamping pad for the projects. You also get, when you first subscribe, you get a stamping block. So that's really nice. That's your free welcome gift. So you get that once. If you suspend you can suspend any time. Like if you're gonna, if finances are tough, you can suspend your account, and then you won't get, once you renew your account again, or you reactivate it, I should say, you're not gonna get that stamping block again. That's just for the first time you subscribe. Okay, so you got your tissue paper. So this is what a typical kit looks like. When you order a whole new kit, you get all the stuff, the stamping spot and the stamps. But when you order refills, which are $10 on our website, when they become available, usually a couple weeks after the kits go out, we get refills available. They're usually not there very long because they're so popular. When you get the refills, it looks like this. This is what a package of refills look like, because you don't need the stamp set and the stamp spot again. Okay, so I'm just showing you what a typical kit looks like. Again, you can't get this kit now. Not necessarily, maybe later in a refill. You can't, if you subscribe like today by watching this video, you get all excited. You're like, I want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. I would love that. That's awesome. I'll send you a mini catalog. I'll send you something I made with Paper Pumpkin. But you're not going to get this exact kit because you had to subscribe by April 10th to get this kit. First thing I do whenever I get a kit is I'm going to open up to the instructions. Well, I'm just going to show you them. But I don't actually use my instructions. Personally, I'm more of a video person. That's why I like to create videos, because that's the way I learn visually. But what I do is I turn it over and I immediately look at the coordinating colors, and I've already talked about these coordinating colors: crushed curry, early espresso, melon mambo, mint macaron, pear pizzazz, shaded spruce, and soft seafoam. Then I go about gathering my cardstock and my inks to match so that I can create projects and alternate projects, because although the projects are great the way they come, I like to create alternate projects, and that's why I look at those coordinating colors so that my alternate projects look good and they coordinate. Okay, so my wonderful family, here's some little, these are called like adhesive dots or glue dots. Okay, and then here's some, these are mini dimensionals, little foam dimensionals. I've been using them all the time. I use them on everything. So here are the envelopes. Just make sure I'm in focus. They're mint macaron envelopes. And I use some as is, and I cut some apart. That's that paper. Okay, the mint macaron envelopes, and let me just kind of, I'm just trying to show you all the pieces that go with that kind of sort of that color. Okay, and this is more like soft seafoam. These are beautiful, beautiful sentiments there. Okay, and then these are our shaded spruce envelopes. And these are like the larger card size, but of course you see how I change it up and take, not larger card, like note card size. and a little bit larger note card here. Larger than the ones that we had in the No Matter the Weather kit. These are a little bit larger than that kind of note card. But it doesn't matter because I changed them into larger cards, is what I like to do. I even change them into full-size cards. Okay, so there's your card bases. Okay, and the other card, they were the Macron card bases and soft seafoam, and then these were the shaded spruce card bases. And you saw how those folded and the cute little designs on those. And okay, we got those. Already talked about that. Okay, then we have these punch outs. And to get the most out of these punch outs, I like to use my ScanNCut to scan in stencils like this kind of stencil and get some extras made that way. Of course, you're not going to have the texture on them, but you can always run them through an embossing folder. I'm just trying to keep that nice. Even though I have stencils, I just like to have extra stencils. There we go. So you can always, you know, this is great because these textures on the shaded spruce ones. But like I said, you can make your own. You can make some extras and then, or just do some sponging on your stencils onto your cards. But you can run them through an embossing folder and you get some extra pieces for your paper pumpkin projects. Okay, so there's 6 of these large flourish embellishments. Let me put that on there so you can see that background. And I love these. I mean, these take me a while to die cut out and punch out, so I love when they give me lots of little shapes to stamp. I can never have enough of these. In fact, I just love doing that first, you know. Stamping all my sentiments, making extras, using up all the, I mean, there's so many great sentiments in this stamp set, as you know. This beautiful tree, nice little family tree. My family can't fit on this tree. Okay, and this is, I mean, we can fit on the tree, but I'm saying we need a little bigger tree. A few more extra branches. Beautiful trees, 6 of those. And of course, these little beautiful butterflies, beautiful. And those were crushed curry butterflies, and these are the little mint macaron butterflies. And then we have the soft seafoam, this for sentiments and layers, not just sentiments, but layers. And then you have your crushed curry, again for layering. I mean, this is this layering. You know how the suggested card. Okay, or actually, this is one where it says do more with it, but you get the idea. It's showing you how to even do more with it. And there's that little piece of ribbon there, giving that little pop of color. All right, so that's what a typical kit looks like. I hope to see you as one of my future subscribers if you're in the US. Oh, I forgot to show you what you also get, cute little pearl embellishments. Okay, if you're in the US, I hope to see you as one of my subscribers for Paper Pumpkin. And if you are on YouTube, which you are because that's where this video is, I hope to see you as one of my subscribers to my YouTube channel as well. Thank you for watching. This is the Papered Chef.